Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to apparently session number 21 of the Curse of Strahd campaign. Last we left off 2 weeks ago. You all left the town of Vallaki quite hastily and came upon a crossroads after some amount of traveling after crossing a bridge. You found a signpost that was half in a ditch and found it pointing toward Krezg and Solenka Pass going forward. Berez to the left and Lake Baratok to the right. You also noticed a figure moving towards you from the left from Berez. And Azim tried to communicate with this creature mentally, though it broke connection immediately, making Azim think that was a bad omen. And so you proceeded, leaving toward Krezg and Solenka Pass, having a goal to head to the Wizards of Wine winery. After a while, you came upon a second bridge crossing a crevice and got ambushed by a group of giant spiders who knocked some of you unconscious, including I think everyone except Yas Queen of the horses. No,
Yas is strong.
Yeah, and so you eventually left and recovered and got back up to then take a long rest. During the long rest, I forgot that Ronan and I think Etri should have eaten some pies, but that's beside the point. Or at least made a Constitution saving throw to see how tempted you were. But Ronan started reading or deciphering the mysterious book that you found earlier or received from the Vistani camp. And during Azim's watch, there was some random guy who came up and was looking for someone, but got shushed away. And during Etri's watch, you got ambushed by a group of hairy men that you would imagine are some sort of werewolves. And at this very moment, we are in the middle of the combat against said werewolves.
I'll just keep drawing.
Yeah, I can see that was.
Yeah, and I got an amazing shot at the one guy.
Yes.
With a non-magical, non-silvered weapon.
You did shoot it right in the neck, and it was healed immediately. So, as we are at the top of the round, it is Ronan's turn.
It is my turn.
Indeed.
So, well, shit, man.
You can see three werewolves. You can probably see the two that are gathered around Irene, and these two are very much focused on Irina at the moment, with the third also.
Is Irina? I do like fire, but is Irina hurt at all? Has she?
They have not hurt her. No.
Okay. Man. I'm just going to cast Firebolt on this one right here, the one in the
Okay.
middle, because
All right.
I don't want to hurt her with ice knife, really. So
Sure. Yeah. Cool. Let's see here. Where did we have that? There we have it. All right. 18 hits and 16 damage is sufficient to kill it. So
oh shit.
that was one that was looking the most rough of them all. And so you shoot your firebolt, and it kind of sets it on fire, and it just falls down and starts singeing.
Well, goddamn.
Yeah. Good
Yeah,
start.
that'd be my turn.
All right. Etri. Let's see here. Okay. It seems the whatever the D&D dice gods are on your side today, because I rolled a nat 20.
Hey, baby.
I pulled a Silas.
Yeah.
Now let's not
No.
pull another Silas and waste it.
So you're on 1 hit point.
I'm just gonna. Okay. Cool. That was like a end of turn type thing, right?
Nope. That's a beginning of turn type of thing.
Haha.
You do your death save at the start of your turn.
Okay.
So you
Um,
find all of a sudden yourself conscious again, lying on the floor of the tent, with Irene seemingly on the other side of the tent.
Yeah, I don't got any potions, but I got this. I'm gonna eat some pie. That's my action,
Okay, you're eating some pie.
which was a D8, right?
Roll a d8 of 10 hit points. Okay.
All right, cool. Give me 1 second. I gotta redo this. And then apply change.
Yeah.
And then also 5.
You gain,
Okay, cool.
You gain 5 temporary hit points and you fall asleep.
What?
Yeah.
Did you say he falls asleep?
delicious, and it seems it puts you to sleep immediately.
I have not been put to sleep by a pie before.
Yeah.
Well, that's not good.
Are you sure I don't get a roll against this?
Nope.
Okay.
That's how the pie works.
Somebody dropped
Don't eat your
pie.
fourth slice, guys.
It's
no.
delicious. All right. So that's your turn. Irina is going to attempt to. Oh, and I didn't have her in. Okay, let's see. There we go. Oh, I guess she would have seen the weapons not really being useful, or at least your crossbow bolt, and maybe she could draw some kind of conclusion. So she's gonna take the dodge action and stay put. She kind of goes a bit to lean against the tent, kind of scared. Irene, you are surrounded by 2 werewolves. What do you do?
Are they within 5 feet of me?
Yes.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just gonna Word of Radiance,
Yeah.
and try to get those guys.
Yes, indeed. Let's see here.
So it's a con save of 14.
Yeah. Constitution save. And both fail, so I guess I'll roll your d6 there, which is a 6. Heyo!
Yay! Hey!
So that's good. Great. A cantrip dealing, I guess, yeah, 12 damage isn't absurd for a cantrip, but still, very nice.
Very nice.
Cool. All right.
That's my action. So, I'm just gonna stay where I am. I don't think I'm gonna move.
Okay.
I don't want to leave Etri.
Okay. Sure. All right. So these werewolves are going to do, I guess, what exactly does the dodge action do? Disadvantage, dexterity saving throws? Okay. Kind of weird. It doesn't really change grappling rules. I'm gonna give her advantage with her check to dodge away. So it's going to do a. Oh, that's a low roll. Versus 15. Yeah, she dodges. He's attempting to grapple her. Oh, and that time probably succeeds in doing so. Oh, that was a wrong check, but okay, that's fine. So she is grappled and is getting dragged. It's 10, 15. So she's getting dragged with, and the other one is also going to grapple her. And now she is not really dodging anymore. Or I guess she is. Let's say she is. But
She's wriggling a lot.
what?
She's just wriggling a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, he tries again. Okay, that time. So both of them are grappling her now, and let's say that this one pulls her a bit further, and the werewolves by Irene. Oh, two encounters at the same time don't work on D&D Beyond. I've learned now. They are going to claw at Irene for a 23 on one of the hits that hits you for 8 damage, so you're down to 4 as the other one misses. Then the other attack is crit.
Great.
Oh, good.
So you go unconscious, and then they run up to gather up with the others.
Let's try my previous statement. We're fucked.
And that is their go. It is Azim's turn.
To Curse the Strike campaign, hope was never an option. Oh man, too real. Cool. I'm gonna go. Do any of these guys look particularly damaged?
Looking at them, you can see streaks of blood on the two that just came, but you're not sure if they're their blood or Irene's blood or whose it is.
Okay, cool. That's why my crazy fucking perception. Okay, cool. That's fine. Did I actually change my feat from last time?
I'm not sure.
I don't think I did. I'll make sure to change it soon. Don't worry.
Sure.
Sorry about that, Chief. I've been really fucking busy. All right. Gonna huck the one at the main one carrying Irene.
Okay, sure.
So it's like a good dagger. 26 to hit.
26 hits.
Does it count as sneak attack as well?
Indeed.
So that is 22 points of damage.
Yeah. Somehow she's still threatening them. But that's...
She's still threatening. Oh, babe.
Yeah.
Nobody can stop Irina.
22. All right, that's it looks quite hurt now.
15 to hit.
Second one hits as well. Yeah.
For a total of
3
7.
damage. I think, or do you add your ability on both attacks?
I don't know. Let me have a look.
I would imagine you don't.
Psychic Blades.
Yeah.
And a hit deals 1d6 plus 4.
Yeah.
And then hold up. Psychic Blades. So it's just 1d4. So that is
Yeah.
just 4. For the original.
Yeah. It's the 3 for the first, or the second
Does sneak
attack.
attack still apply?
No, it's just once per turn.
Okay, so that's an additional 4 as well on this guy. And I look at Ronan, the Great, and I'm actually going to use one of my psychic whispers to actually finally connect with Ronan. So it's now me, Ronan, and Etri, and Irene. I say in his head, "If you've got any tricks up your sleeve, now's the time."
Oh, don't worry about it. I got it.
Other than that, yeah.
It is an action to use psychic whispers though, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I just say that out loud then.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll unmark that then. Cool.
Sure.
Can I
That's my action. That was my
to
bonus
him?
action. I'm going to use my rest of
On
my
his
movement to so I moved 5 feet originally, so I'm there. I'm going to move there.
Yeah. Cool.
There and there.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm moving through the foliage to flank.
Ronan.
Okay, so I'm gonna back up, like over here,
Okay.
and then Irina's still like okay, right? She doesn't look to be that banged up.
Is she in
oh,
that
you mean Irina? She's undamaged. Yeah.
Okay, so
she isn't she isn't necessarily a fighter though, so you're not sure how much.
I'm gonna cast fireball into the group of them.
Okay.
I'm gonna summon a big giant
Alright.
ball of fire over my
Yeah.
head, and I'm just gonna launch it towards all of them in a giant fiery explosion.
You're not just going to go for like those 4?
Yes, you will. Okay. So.
What kind of wizard are you?
What?
Evil.
An evil wizard.
Are you like an
Yes.
evocation wizard? Because you could totally like help her.
No.
So Irina succeeds. So there's something.
Yeah.
Let's see how
You're
the others
probably going
do.
to fucking die, my dude.
2, 3, 4. Okay. 3 out of 4 fail. And Irina succeeds. So Irina takes that's 12 damage. She's still alive.
Oh,
She's very badly damaged. And 1, 2, 3. So the main guy, as you call him, in the front, is dead.
thank God.
And the others are, let's see here. That one is. Wait. Oh, okay. Yeah, that one is taking 25, looking hurt. 25. All right, they're all. No, wait. That one did only take. I'll heal for 25 and that take 12. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Would the tent start to catch on fire? Just curious.
Yes, it would. Because
Awesome.
you're throwing a fireball at it. So, indeed it would. All right. Like So
And I'll just move over here, and then that'd be my turn.
okay, great.
I don't know. That explosion was pretty loud.
Yeah.
A mysterious hooded figure might be coming after us now.
Yes,
Oh
Entry.
no, wait.
Wake up,
This one
Entry.
is at 40. Okay, so. Okay. Yeah, Etri is sleeping soundly.
Thought so.
Yes. Not much that could wake you up. And Irina is very hurt and grappled. So she's just gonna keep on dodging. No, she wouldn't be dodging now. She would try to break the grapple, obviously. So she's gonna do a strength check versus strength. She rolled well, but she didn't roll well enough. She is still stuck there.
What's that?
Really, nat 20 was the werewolf.
Oh, okay.
Irene is rolling death save.
Yay.
Okay, you just did that.
God, Ronan, run, run, bitch, run!
Can I use a
They're
luck?
not like you. Holy shit.
My last luck?
You're unconscious, so or for the death save, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an unconscious.
I don't know. I don't think you can, because you're not. Could you? Maybe you could.
I'm lucky. Do I have
Yeah,
to
I kind of feel like
conscious to be
Yeah.
lucky? I think
right.
Doesn't it say specifically
it
in the
says for
lucky
saving
feat?
throws.
Ability check or saving throw. Yeah, sure.
Says-
Though you don't know what you rolled, I guess, but you can.
I'm not allowed to. So I'm kind of just
You
hoping.
wanna use a luck point to see how it goes, and I'll choose the best one for you.
Yeah, let's use a luck point and you choose the
Hey,
best
listen.
one. So
Yeah.
Even if you
That way.
succeeded on this one, you might also get a natural 20 as well.
Yeah.
exactly. So it can
Indeed.
only get better, right?
Yeah. All right. You use your luck. You did not roll a 20. Okay. I'm gonna have them all make wisdom saving throws.
Okay.
Please be wise. Please
Or
don't be
spontaneously explode.
No.
Aww.
They're freaked out by this thing.
Our wizard.
Great, Ronan.
So they're gonna.
Be scared of
They
Ronan.
all kind of failed their wisdom saves there, so they're gonna just bolt it. They're releasing Irina and just running. All sort of leave the stage. Find themselves outside of the map, outside of this map. What does Azim do as you see the werewolves?
How far were they away?
They are about 10 feet off the map.
Okay, so that gotta measure then. Hold on. They are approximately a total of 65 feet. So they are 75 feet away. Cool.
Something like that, yeah.
Which means I have a range of 60 feet. So, which means I would now be within range of them.
Sure.
Gonna keep chucking daggers at these fuckers.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
now you can
use
see.
bonus action to use steady aim to get
Yeah.
advantage.
No, you can't because you can't move when you use steady aim.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah. But you can pick out the most hurt one, or at least one of the most hurt ones. There seems to be two of them.
30 to hit. That's shit.
13 hits.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay. That is 9 points of psychic damage.
All right.
25 to hit with a bonus action
Yes,
to make
indeed.
2 points of psychic
2
damage.
more points. Okay, so 11 points. Still standing, but looking very much on death's door.
Azim is going to look at Ronan and is going to say, "Take care of our friends. I have some business to attend to."
What does Ronan do?
Yeah.
Or I guess you want to move closer to them then, or I guess you have some more feet, as in.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. How many more feet do I have? I thought you used all 30.
I think
There?
you started off here, maybe.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So something like that. Yeah, that's.
Oh, so I'd be able to get one square below it.
No, that's where you got.
Cool. Good to know.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Azim with the hot pursuit.
What does Ronan do?
So it looks like Azim's.
Azim's what?
It looks like that Azim is chasing after them, right?
From what he just said, and him moving closer to them, even after throwing the daggers, you could draw that conclusion. Yes.
Okay. Irina's still standing, so she's okay. I'm gonna go to my on the ground companion over here. And I really don't have anything to help her, but I guess the best thing I can come up with is try casting Tasha City's laughter on her to try to make her wake up.
Okay. I mean, she is the trickery domain, so I will allow you to. This is a funny way to do it. So I'm not gonna make her conscious, but she might be stabilized. So instead of a medicine check. Instead of a medicine check, you can do just a spell attack.
Well, also, yeah, for sure. Okay, a spell attack.
Yeah,
okay.
And it's a DC 10 as is the yeah. All right. Yeah. You hear her start chuckling a bit, but she seems
having very funny dreams.
Yeah, she is having funny dreams, and she seems to not be bleeding out anymore. In some magical way, her deity seemed to be amused by that, and
laughter is the best
years of wisdom has helped me.
I like the idea that Ronan's in her dreams just going strudel, strudel, strudel.
Yes, indeed. Irina is looking very hurt, and is going to also run up to here. Doesn't quite reach Irina without or Irene without dashing, so she can't heal her. But you are stabilized, so for the sake of it, Azim, you can
chasing these fuckers down.
They're running 60 feet to turn. Make your attacks at disadvantage, and they will outrun you after that. You may get one of them before
I'm just trying to thin their numbers as much as possible.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So you go for the hurt one.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, 2 attacks at
9
disadvantage.
for one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck! One moment. And then disadvantage. 16 for the other one though.
That does it. Yeah.
He takes 2 points of psychic damage.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
he is stumbling but still standing and manages to escape.
If we're going out of combat,
yeah.
Can I psychic whisper one of them?
Sure. Yeah.
And say, Let this be a lesson to you, you cur. And just and cut it off myself.
Yeah. Yeah. You definitely gave them a lesson.
Yeah, fucking Ronan coming in clutch. Holy shit.
There you go. Fireball Irina and hope she doesn't die.
Ronan.
Yeah. By the way,
Azim finally
is
sees Ronan as
Irina
master.
giving me like? Is Irina giving me like any side looks or anything? Like she hates me now?
I mean, she at the very first moment she is focused. Oh, I guess the copy of Irina is gone. At the first moment, she's very much focused on getting Irina up. So she's going to patch her up real quick, like some Superman who just heals in a touch with a.
That's
bandage.
probably good. That's probably good.
Irene, you regain 1 hit point.
I feel like kind of is Ronan, that gift that I sent.
Can I go check on Etri if I'm back up?
Sure.
Because I want to
You
go
sure
and see if
can.
he's okay.
Yeah.
Please, this whole thing, because I was worried about him.
You see an empty
yeah.
pie pan that wasn't there before.
Tragic.
Yeah, exactly. You see
Well,
pie on the ground.
Eating pie.
You can see some
Unconscious, he's in a food coma.
Yeah, you can see some potato crumbs around his mouth.
Oh no!
and a smile. On
Veggie
his face.
crumbs.
Oh, was it veggie? I thought it was potato.
I ate the last piece of my veggie pie.
Oh, okay. You still have your potato. All right. Cool.
Does this
So I'd like to try to shake him away.
It is very difficult to, or rather, you shake him, he doesn't react to your shaking. But as Irina or Irene, sorry, goes to, this is never gonna end.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that there would be.
And I didn't realize it either until this happened. As Irene leaves, Irina kind of turns to you, Ronan, and goes, "You almost killed me. Next time, perhaps be more careful with your spell."
I am so sorry, Irina. I think that was the only option I could have done, and I'm just so sorry.
Oh, I'm fine. Well, I need some rest, but I'll manage.
Good.
It was good. You got a few of them. That was a very powerful spell. I have great respect.
I am a very powerful wizard. I know.
Indeed, you are. Oh, and the tent is kind of on fire, and no one is setting that.
I'm pulling Etri out of the flames.
It's fine.
All right. Sure.
Out of the flames.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess.
Say make a strength check, but that shouldn't be a problem.
And bring it out if I can.
What was that?
Gonna go in.
I would say make.
And bring it out.
Sorry.
Yeah, bring all the.
Yeah, so it doesn't go on fire too. If the tent's fucked, which it probably is, to be fair, because it's on fire.
Yeah.
Great, we've got a nice bonfire.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull the equipment out, and after I've pulled Etri out, can I see if these werewolves are the same werewolves that killed my raiding party?
You do. Make
An investigation check.
A history check, I would say.
Sure.
Do the remembers.
Do the remembers check.
20 total.
It wasn't exactly the same party, but you did recognize the man who seemingly was the first assailant as Etri woke you up, and this werewolf was in Etri's face that got shot in the neck by the bolt.
Which one is it?
Probably shot through the neck.
Looked familiar.
Which one was it?
It would have been. I believe it was. It was this. Yeah, it was that.
It was this one.
Yeah. So you actually have the person, one of the werewolves that attacked you.
Were they carrying any weapons at all? Just out of curiosity.
No.
No, I didn't think so. That's all right. I'm going to take one of the tent poles because this tent's fucked anyway. And tent poles are pretty sturdy. Like they're not, they can be stuck into the ground and stood up.
Sure.
And I'm going to take this guy's head off and stick it on the pole. And as I do so, I'm going. He doesn't know if anybody's still watching him. The powers that be in this place that clearly ordered this sort of shit. He's going to say, "This is what happens to the people who hurt my friends and my family. Let this be a lesson to those who damage my assets and my people." And as he does so, he then says, "And whoever's out there, you're next." And kicks the body into the dirt. And is going to proceed to just make any to recover what he can, just to see if he can get people back to their feet, all that sort of shit.
Yeah. Only Etri is unconscious now.
Yeah. It's actually appear to be sleeping soundly.
Yes.
Cool. He's just going to pick him up and load him on one of the horses and say to the others, "This place clearly isn't safe. We need to move."
You see Etri smiling, which is weird. And let me tell you what his dreams are.
Sure.
Oh.
It is average life, not in Barovia.
Holy
That's it.
shit. That's a bit fancy.
That's the biggest wish you have. Average life.
Yes.
I can make it.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, it's going to load Etri onto a horse.
Yeah. It is. You would have about 3 hours before you would normally end your long rest. So if you take a few more hours of sleep, you can get a long rest as well.
Should move in the morning then and get that long rest. Yeah. Cool. I unload Etri from the horse and place him in his bedroll in a bush to conceal him.
Okay. Are you moving away from the burning?
Yeah. Like I'm over here.
Yeah.
He'll go in this bush specifically.
Sure.
It won't be a comfortable sleep, but hey, he's sleeping pretty soundly already, so who cares? There's the I did make sure to set the werewolf skull alight, by the way, if we already have a burning tent.
Okay. So
because
burning werewolf skull.
Yeah, and I'm going to take the skull in the morning.
Cool.
Provided it's still there, as a trophy.
Sure.
Because that's what the Gith do.
That's
Gith are scary motherfuckers.
That's not at all weird.
That's Witcher stuff.
Well, yeah. I like the idea that even though the Giths were about like philosophy and stuff, they still had this kind of a little bit of the harshness they had from over time from their earlier training. Because Giths have a fucking undead lich kind of guy as their god deity, so they're not like they're still pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
And I can imagine the few warrior casts out of them still, mountain heads.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you, I guess, are you moving the horses to the other side of the road as well, as the forest is gathering fire as the tent is sort of spreading the fire a bit into the forest as well.
Ronan blows up the forest.
Ronan, savior of all
I'd be
wildlife.
proud of that.
Hey, it's Barovia. It's Barovia.
It is not extremely dry or anything like that, so it's not it's not gonna burn the whole forest. You don't imagine, but who knows? But it is catching a bit of the surrounding forest.
Irene will half-heartedly try to like stamp it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm
Unfortunately,
too tired for firefighting, but
Probably, are you stamping out the fire in the forest or the fire on the tent?
yeah, just like around the tent.
Okay, I was gonna say, I
If there's
was
any
gonna,
like brush.
if the tent's now a campfire, essentially.
it's getting there.
Yeah, like Azim is also
Oh, cool.
time to pile up the remaining bodies on the campfire.
Yeah.
Oh.
To just remove the chance of carrion creatures coming to them in the night.
Yeah.
All right, fair.
And I don't want any undead, so chop off their heads too.
Okay.
What? Can you blame it? This place is fucked up, man. Just eat the bodies. Yeet. There you go.
All right, you eat the bodies into the flames.
And he's gonna go and rest by Yasqueen.
Cool.
For the evening.
All right.
And he's going to say, "Wake me if you need me."
And
Whose watch is it?
I imagine because it was Etri's watch. He's sound asleep.
Not mine anymore.
Not anymore.
That's one way to get out of watch.
Ronan and Azim have both had their watch, so I guess it's Irina or Irene. Irina.
Why not both?
Why not both?
Braid each
Sure.
other's hair. What's left for Irina's hair after being torched?
Yeah. Oh yeah, she might have some burn.
She has any
burn damage from that fireball.
Bald Irina can't hurt you. Bald Irina.
But in the land of D&D, a long night's rest cures all wounds.
Yay!
So
Yes, sir.
you have your braiding session, I guess. She's looking very hurt, and so are you. And you're kind of caring for each other's wounds, and maybe talking a bit about the night's events and how crazy a day it has been. But you managed to finish a long rest without any more incidents, luckily, and everyone can mark a long rest onto their character sheets.
Nice.
Even Etri wakes up longing for the average life outside of Barovia that he just dreamed of. And you still have your 5 temporary hit points that you gained from the pie.
All I can imagine is that Etri's average life is just like him doing normal stuff, but the Friends theme playing like really quietly in the background.
That sounds like it could be the
It's the life,
be
man.
the case. Yes, but the morning greets you, and you are well rested, though maybe a bit mentally scarred.
Well, Etri is going to look up for a couple seconds at the branches that are on top of him.
Mm-hmm.
And then slowly pull himself out of the bush and look around again and see the ashes of a tent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, this whole charade of fire is long gone. So
Yeah. And after taking some more time to just run circles in his own head, contemplating life, pull around his sack of supplies and grab the potato pie and just kind of chuck it into the distance as far as he can, which isn't very far, but he'll throw it face down.
Okay.
You know, should my addicted self be capable of doing so?
Your addicted self is capable of doing so, though. Ronan, you've had these pies now, and you just notice Etri throw some of this amazing pie that. I mean,
Yeah.
How could
I'm
someone?
100% sprinting straight. You've never seen an old man run this fast to that pie.
There are potatoes splattered over the ground.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna thing where like there's a bunch of scraps and he's scraping up. Like,
I mean, are there like any remnants that I can take that are still good?
Yeah.
You might be able to pick up some pie with dirt on them.
Yeah.
Or potatoes.
You. I'll say that as the whole pie was thrown, you could it having 4 pieces.
Yep.
It now you can muster together 3 pieces of the pie.
3 pieces.
Yeah. But
I thought he logged out. I was gonna be like 3 pieces and dies.
Heart attack.
But you give them a whiff and they smell absolutely amazing.
Good.
Etcher's not going to say anything. He'll just like stare at you and then go back to his own business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you're all woken up in the morning and have a day's journey ahead of you. Do you head off, or what do you want to do?
I have no reason to stay here, and now that I don't have a place to sleep, a proper place to sleep, I would like to get to civilization, whatever you call it. So I will be getting onto Galand.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good idea.
Where did I set my Oh, phone call.
All right. So you set off and start heading the same way you were traveling, or back to Valaki where you are hunted by the guards.
I mean, do we have any reason to go back?
Probably not.
If we don't need to, I don't see why we would.
That's a fair point.
We need to keep pushing forward.
Yeah.
Yes, I did not hear exactly what we were doing, but onward to Kresk.
All right. So you start traveling on the road, and after. Oh, I guess. Let me check here. Do we have the? These are the night sounds. Oh.
Nice.
These are the day sounds. Updated soundtracks. All right. So you start traveling with the gray sky ahead and the forest looming on each side of the road down the path. And after some amount of traveling, several hours, you find a offshoot in the road. The road continues forward, but another road goes to the left and sort of veers back in the direction you came from, except it goes up, ascending up a hill.
I half-heartedly look for some ghost kids.
Sure. Make a perception check. You peer in that direction, and the forest is sort of blocking your vision from seeing where that leads, except up some hill to somewhere, but no ghost children awaiting you there.
Great.
Are you continuing forward?
Oh, yes. On the way to Crest.
Yes. All right. You travel for maybe an hour more and sort of set up to have your lunch for the day. Which is another point that could be interesting to track is rations, which we have not tracked yet. And I think I talked something about that before. But we could, for the sake of it, you're sort of prepared with... how many rations would you have prepared with in Vallaki for the trip?
We kind of left in a hurry.
I still just have my pie.
Mm-hmm. But since rations were never a topic before, you would have possibly sort of during... Because you did go out shopping and try to screw with that one woman's head who had a husband in the prison and all that.
Evil characters.
And you might have... you did have the tavern where you could have perhaps asked for rations, but as it has never been sort of a part of the game. Yeah. Something. So the question is... how many rations would you have?
I have 10 currently. I would 10. Have eaten originally, so I have 9.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just remove 1?
Yeah.
No, now it says I have no rations.
No, you should be able to. So if you have rations, you click it, and then there is a quantity bar that you can click.
I just do remove 1, so I need to add. I'll just remove it and then add it as 9.
Yeah, because you should be able to when you just click the rations, it pops up a new window where you have quantity and there's a plus and minus sign symbol. That should be easy to add and remove.
There we go.
The quantity.
I currently have 9 rations.
Yeah. Would someone else have prepared with more rations?
I feel like Irene would have tried to pick up some shifts at the tavern in exchange for rations.
Sure. Yeah. So let's say you also have 10 rations, or rather 9, from eating last or yesterday's ration as well.
Petri might have some reserve rations, like 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
One because he had the pies with him, but also because he has the ability through his ancestors to cook up whatever he may find around.
Yeah. Sure thing.
Yay, foraging.
Yeah. Do we have an outlander? I don't think so. No.
No, not Outlander, but can be proficient in cook's utensils.
Yeah, yeah. So you can make some
Yeah.
well prepared food. Cool. Well, yeah. So you can add, and Ronan would only have the pies. Nothing else makes Ronan happy.
Yeah, I could see that.
Sure. And now you got 3 more slices, so that's good. Great. So yeah, you set up to have some lunch after a few hours or an hour after the road that led to the left. And after you're finished with that, you travel a bit further, and you notice, or at least the perceptive in the group would notice a sort of trail leading off to the right on the road. It's not a road, but it looks like a footpath that is a bit obscured by some forest that leads into the more even darker section, because the canopy blocks even the small light from the cloudy sky. But I assume you continue forward. Or do you?
Yeah. One moment, I'm just. I will follow where Edru leads, I guess, because he's now the more perceptive person. The feat I took in replacement for Observant was Artificer's Initiate.
Right.
I learned a few spells. It doesn't have the prerequisite of spell casting.
Yeah, and I saw that. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. You kind of start tinkering with some things and find some magic connection to them.
Well, yeah, it's just more the things of he feels the need to outthink his enemies.
Yeah.
And that kind of grows into that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh.
Yeah. After about half an hour after this trail that leads to the right, you come up to a sign set to the side of the road that reads in capital letters, green teeth enchantments, solicitors will be stewed.
Okay.
And then another path into the forest to the right.
Ready.
So that was just that was the sign.
The sign
Okay.
says green teeth enchantments, solicitors will be stewed.
I don't have the money for enchantments.
It's safe to say that none of us do.
So I think we should avoid that. I guess we'll head down the further path into the forest.
Are we heading towards the Wizards of Wine still?
I think that was the plan, right?
Yeah.
We're trying to.
On our way, I suppose so, yeah.
Nice.
Do you think the Wizards of Wine would have been up that hill?
Are you asking me or
The group.
I don't
Maybe
know.
they started doing stew on the side.
I
Still on the side.
disagree.
Brilliant.
I very much disagree. Whatever. Let's just
I mean, it does
continue
sound
making.
strange, and it does not
Let's
pair
continue
well.
making our way to Kresk for the moment.
I agree. Let's go.
Alright.
We're smart, I swear.
You pass the sign and comment on your poor state, and not too long after that, you find another branch in the road leading to the left, and the road continues forward, and maybe a minute after the road to the left, or no, that's not right. This is yet another hour of travel, and you come to a second bridge, though this time the road is on this side of the bridge, as the road continues across the bridge that crosses a river running from right to left. You see a road leading to the left with a weather-worn signpost next to the road, and it says Kresk on the one that points across the bridge, and the one pointing in the direction you're coming from says Valaki, while the one that points to the left says the Wizards of Wines, as the road slopes gently downward in that direction.
There you go. I've corrected my character now. My passive perception is now 17 instead.
That's still really good.
I mean, well, it's mostly because of the cloak, to be fair.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess that helps.
I think so, at least.
You
There you go, Irina.
You have expertise
Irina.
in perception too, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was the main idea.
Expertise.
Yes.
Expertise.
Expertise.
Like that. Also, I have +8 to my investigation, and can add a D4 to that at any time.
Yeah.
Which is nice. But yeah. So I now have the spells. I can cast Frostbite whenever. Which you basically cast a numbing frost on somebody within 60 feet, and if it it's a save or fail spell, Constitution. But if it works, they have disadvantage on their next attack roll before the end of their next turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is really fucking good. I'm 5th level, so it does 2d6.
Indeed.
Which is nice. And I got Cure Wounds because holy shit, we need a healer. A backup healer at least.
Sure.
But yeah.
So you come to this this crossroads or this section where the sign does point to Kresk forward and the Wizards of Wines to the left. What do you wish to do?
I'll go back to Valaki. Okay.
Ronan
It's wine
and
time.
Irene,
It's wine o'clock.
you can make a bit of headway towards the Wizards of Wine if you would like to. I am going to take a look all around this bridge. Just give me a second and I'll catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Azim, you can help me check if you would like. Otherwise, you can be with them. I shouldn't be too far back. I just need to check it.
Can I see if the sign's been fucked with?
Make an investigation check.
Oh, okay. So roll this, and I add 1d4.
That's if you fail the check, you mean?
No, just tireless precision. Vidal can tireless precision is Something that we're talking about.
Okay.
Should
Cool.
be on my
That's
features and
yeah,
traits.
yeah, I can see that. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Mine is investigation and vehicles.
Land vehicles. Yeah. So.
So a horse.
I don't know. A horse, I don't think is a land vehicle. I think it's more like a
wagon.
A wagon, or that thing that you run around the horse track with. That
Chariot.
Chariot, yes, indeed.
Scooter.
Anything's a vehicle if you disassociate hard enough.
If you disassociate hard enough.
Yes, but this is this is a land vehicle with feelings.
You see, inspecting the signpost, it definitely looks like it's been here for centuries. Though it does have some sort of maintenance to it, because otherwise it would have crumbled. But nothing that sort of shows you any practice on it. It appears to point in the directions. The directions seem to not have been messed with, so to speak.
Like this is what Azim looks like whenever he investigates something.
Like what?
I put it in a cursor.
Intensifies.
No, that's one of my favorite gifts, but no. Azim will look around and go, well, this signpost hasn't been fucked with. Shall we head out on our way?
I'm already examining over, under, and around the.
Checking the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Make a perception check. So you're trying to perceive anything hiding there. All right. You look at this bridge. It's a stone bridge, and you can see some moss growing on it in some cracks. But it looks sturdy enough, and the river underneath it. You go and look into it, and it nothing here seems to be waiting for an ambush situation. The water is cold, and the stream is somewhat fast, but you would be able to swim across it if you really needed to or wanted to.
Great. I feel safe.
Yes.
I'm going to catch up with the rest of them if they have made any headway. And I think we are, by their request, their behest, we are going to see the Wizards of Wine first.
We're off to see the wonderful Wizard of Wine. I'm literally singing that as we go. I'm very excited.
Cool.
Where did you learn that?
My bag, because it'll probably be about the same weight. There's no specific skull item, which is a bit weird.
Yeah, no. Oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's sure weird that D&D Beyond doesn't have skull ready for you.
Take skulls?
Yeah,
That's weird.
What is up
Doesn't
with that?
cater to our evil companions.
Amulet of the Black Skull. That's the only skull there is.
You can give me that if you want.
No. Nah.
Oh.
That has a lot of text on it. All right. So you, after inspecting this, you head off toward the or down the road that slopes to the left and in the direction of the Wizards of Wine winery. You venture down that path, and Let's see here. Where did we have that? You travel on that for another couple of hours, and it's starting to get dark again, as you see that the road that you're traveling on becomes a muddy trail that meanders through the woods. And you continue on the muddy road, or muddy trail, and keep an eye out for baddies, as you say.
Yes.
Nothing, you're staying alert on your path, but you keep on traveling on this road for another hour until you kind of start to feel like it's time to set up camp for the night. You'll have to hope to reach the winery tomorrow, unless you want to try and push it.
I don't know how hospitable they would be. Sorry.
Or what did?
How far away? Can we tell how far away it is on average by horseback?
You have no idea how far away it is. You don't see anything, and this sort of trail that you're on is just winding down in a slow descent, but you don't know. You would hope that it's close enough that you would get to it tomorrow, but it could be around the next bend, of course, but you have nothing that would indicate one or the other.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right then. Can we set up camp for tonight then? I guess. Can I? No, I don't have that spell. That's okay. Cool. That's cool. I can only cast Cure Wounds once per day, by the way, guys. Sorry.
The Cure Wounds.
Yeah, Cure. I can only cast Cure Wounds once per day, but I can cast Frostbite as much as I need to.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
do not cast Frostbite on me.
I'm already cold-hearted enough as it is. Don't worry. But yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna see if there's any baddies around, any potential baddies.
Sure. As you sort of find a decent spot to set up camp, you can anyone who wants to look around the area to make sure that there isn't anyone just lying in wait there.
We'll ask that we can make some the campfire tonight, guys, because that'll just attract some necessary attention.
Yeah, you can make a perception check if you want to.
Okay.
Have a look around.
Okay. Advantage. Perception. Okay. That's 20.
Okay. You really look around with a very thorough gaze, and can make. You can feel safe in knowing that there is no one lying in wait at the moment. Though, of course, if you spend a full night's rest there, there may be monsters lurching in the night, but who knows?
All right. We've got a long rest so we can deal with it properly this time. More fireballs this time running. Keep them loaded up.
Wait, there was a fireball? Irene missed this, but she's very excited.
Yes, there was a fireball. It was quite spectacular.
That explains the burning thing.
Oh, and I say to Ronan, a most useful business asset.
Of course. A business asset.
Of course. He just looks away. It just wouldn't be anything else. And I'll take first watch. The rest of you get some rest.
Look, I understand about the fires, but either we have a fire or we have a lantern out, because I need to keep watch eventually,
I mean, I
and
can
it
set up-
will be with light.
Can I like? I'll pick up like a little rock, and I think I have light as a cantrip. Can I hand Etri a
You
rock?
need to be awake for that.
Oh yeah.
Wake her up a little bit. And go. Just press the rock. And
Well,
I mean,
here, and
you
then I go
can-
to sleep, and it fizzles
yeah.
out.
No, you
I
don't
do it
need
anyway.
you don't need to be conscious to have light going. It's not a concentration thing. It does only last for an hour.
But it does
though.
wear out.
Yeah, it does
I
last
won't
for an
tell
hour.
him that.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So you can cast light and then go to sleep and have light go
Perfect.
for.
I'll just
an
take
hour.
a torch when it's my
Yeah.
watch.
I just hold it and go, there's some light.
Well, you could start with that, and then if you need a torch later, you could light a torch later.
I mean, I don't personally need a torch. I can see in the dark. Whole magic cloak thing.
Yes, I know, Mr. Fancy. Just
I make the cloak will re-up a little bit and I go, ooh.
Just use your magic stuff if anything approaches. Magic seems to work better here.
But a few tricks.
And I'll find a place for myself and I guess pass out.
Mhm.
Oof. Not even go to sleep, just pass out.
All right. Cool.
Oh, it is night
Oh.
if you would like us to make rolls.
Yes. I was just about to say, as you sort of start setting up the camp, I wish for Etri, Ronan, and did anyone else have a pie? I don't think
I have
anyone else is eating pie right now.
We have not
Out
hit
of pie.
Yeah. So, but no, yeah, no. Irene had the awful taste in her mouth, and after that, her addiction seems to have passed. So she's not.
My pie addiction.
You were addicted, but now no longer. But
Oh yeah.
Yay.
Spell effect? Or should I say spell or magical effect?
Right. Yes, I'll say that these are magical effects, so you can
Nope.
have advantage, and Ronan as well. Just a Constitution save. Okay. So Ronan finds himself munching on either pie or either potato pie or the other version that you had. What did you
Dirt
have?
pie.
Awesome.
Oh.
What did you have?
I
You have
honestly don't remember. I just
okay.
labeled it as pie.
Yeah, you have two out of 4 of pie left, and now you have 5 out of 8, I guess. But now you only have 4 out of 8 because you ate one. Etri,
message.
Etri, you ate pie earlier. You threw away a pie.
I did.
And you saw Ronan take that pie. You know where to get some, and you kind of feel like I guess Ronan is eating some pie. Etri is right next to Ronan, kind of clutching to get some of the pie that Ronan is eating.
Can I? I'm just gonna try to sort of guard it with my hand, not let him have any.
I am hungry, Ronan.
Yeah, so you can roll a contested dexterity checks.
Oh well, okay.
Presumed to be on watch.
This is not fair. This is rigged.
You were saying.
Oh.
Oh,
I thought it was a matter of will thing. How about that?
Yeah, well, he's guarding the pies, and you're going for the pies, but he's
Clearly not
guarding.
that hard. I'm trying to be smart about it, but there's never an opening.
I'm keeping it.
Keeping it on lock.
I'm not letting anything happen to these. After what you did to them, throwing it on the ground like that, I'm never letting you touch it again.
But yeah, you're unable to have the pie now, apparently. Or are you going for it again?
Can you two stop fighting? I'm trying to take watch.
My
I thought you were supposed to be the mature one, actually.
my inner voice and literally my inner voices, the ancestors are doing their best to keep myself away, so unfortunately I will not go for it again.
Okay. You're resisting the urge to leap at Ronan and force some pie into your face. And
Irene sees them like,
Because I totally know I
offers
could kill him
him
instantly if I
Yeah.
wanted to get at the pie.
You
Yeah.
completely could.
we have already
But
tried that, and
no.
definitely it is definitely a thing.
Petri, if you're so hungry, you can just have some of my rations. It's fine. You don't have to fight with Ronan.
I have rations of my own, but there is... Never mind.
And you're starting to
Okay.
sort of the spit that you have in your mouth naturally just starts to, you get this horrible taste in your mouth, like, oh, that pie would really make me happy, but you have this just disgusting taste in your mouth right now. While on the other hand, Ronan is loving his life and gains a D8 of temporary hit points.
Ooh, yes, please.
And
Not bad.
diving deeper into addiction.
So Etri will find a tree and put himself transposed on the opposite side of the tree to best fight his feelings.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Let me double check. You are still hungry. This is sort of when you set up camp and sort of have your evening meals. So you haven't eaten yet. So technically you haven't had the day's rations completely.
Fine, I will resentfully consume my rations.
All right. Here we have it. Roll a Constitution saving throw. Okay. You fight the urge of throwing the food out. It tastes horrible, but it does provide you the nourishment you need, and so everyone
Sounds like my mother's cooking. All sustenance, no taste.
Yeah. So you can mark off a day's ration, everyone. Mm-hmm. The pie suffices for Ronan. Yes, you set up your watches as Azim has agreed or volunteered to take the first watch, and Ronan slowly or shortly after eating the pie falls into a wonderful dream, curled up like a cat, like an old cat with beard.
And mystical arcane powers.
And mystical arcane powers.
It's a weird cat.
But as we're as we're halfway through the session, as I tend to forget, we can take a 10-minute break here as the watch starts.
Sure, I appreciate that.
Cool.
10-minute break, back
Too bad.
in 10. I'll mute
Yeah.
you. And we're back. You've all set up camp and had your meals as Azim takes his first watch in this on the side of the muddy path that you're following. You can roll a perception check for your first watch. And you were doing it in complete darkness, was it right? Or maybe we didn't have
Is he back yet?
But maybe not.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no, he's sleeping on his watch.
He's sleeping on
Oh
his
no,
watch.
he's got his AirPods in, he can't hear us.
Well, let's say someone else takes the first watch. Someone who's not Ronan. Who wants to take the first watch?
Here, Etri, have a rock. And I go to bed. I give him the shiny rock.
And I immediately light a torch.
Okay. Alright.
I still go to bed. My feelings are hurt, though.
Irene, sad, goes to sleep, and
Oh,
you can roll a perception check. You are keeping an eye out in the night, as you can hear some night birds singing, but nothing seems to come at you in the night. And
halfway through my shift, the rock turns back into a regular rock that does not glow.
indeed. And your torch keeps you a bit warm and lit up, but your watch goes by uneventfully, as opposed to yesterday. Who do you choose to wake up?
Well, I would try to let the spellcasters sleep first so that they could get their spells back, but it seems like mechanically we're just going with everyone has to finish it first. So I will probably wake up Irene.
Alright. Light Rock is woken up.
Yes.
Yay.
My
I
torch.
relight the rock.
Yes, you do.
Alright. You can do your perception check as you take
Actually,
your...
I can't.
You can't?
I can't, so I need you to do that for me. I'm sorry, Sammy.
You can't do it?
I can't.
Like you couldn't before this session, during this session? Okay, you rolled a 22, just the same as
cool.
Efri. So you're keeping a big eye out for any dangers lurking around, but you light up your torch or your rock an hour into your watch to not fall into darkness, and the watch goes by uneventfully.
Yeah.
Who do you wake up?
Well, I feel like it makes sense to wake up Azim, but is he here?
Do we have an
Is he
Azim?
conscious? Do we have Azim in the house?
Is Azim in the house? Azim is
Ronan never wakes up when I try to wake him up.
Yeah. He's a fast sleeper. He's a
They're both
deep sleeper.
very difficult to wake up right now.
Even if you try to wake him up, he'll just pretend to be sleeping.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you never know with Ronan. He's a very good
Actually, I will shake Ronan.
Okay.
And I will say, Ronan, someone's taking your pies.
What?
Ronan.
Where?
And then I go to bed.
Ronan does not say what. He remains. Maybe he says what, but doesn't wake up.
In his sleep.
Like in his beautiful dream, he just had a moment of nightmare.
Oh, I've just
But
turned
then-
into a night, and I can't.
but then
I can't
goes
get
back
wake
to
up.
smiling again.
I'm having too good of dreams to worry about that.
Well,
Yeah.
this is good. Okay.
You have your almost double Irina.
Oh yeah, my twin.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'll wake up Irina. She seems cool.
All right. She wakes up and takes a watch. Do you light a rock for her?
I light a rock for her, yes.
Okay, that's sweet.
Yeah.
The rock is.
But I tell her that it will wear out.
Mhm.
I don't lie to her.
Yeah. So she kind of. Well, you've always gotten a sense that she's not used to this kind of waking up in the middle of the night or traveling on the road, for that matter. But she's starting to get the hang of this, and she's sort of like just nodding and doing her duty of keeping watch. And rolls a 15. As she then lights a torch halfway into her watch. And then I guess she wakes up Azim at the end of her watch, reporting that nothing of interest happened. Though Azim is not here. So I guess I can roll a perception check for him too. And he is a very perceptive man. So he is also keeping watch, and this night went very uneventfully through, not even deciphering of a magic book because the decipherer is asleep. And you all wake up the day or in the morning well rested. A full day of no fighting. And again, Ronan wakes up longing for the dream that he just woke up from.
Okay, and with the idea that we are going to meet up with the Wizards of Wine, I'm going to change my Whispers from the Grave, or whatever, Whispers of the Dead, to Insight.
Cool. All right. An insightful day today.
Yes.
Great. And you pack up your camp, or have breakfast, pack up your camp, and get to traveling. Let me just double check that. Okay. All right.
Can we just assume that I'm putting Blessing of the Trickster on Etri all the time
Sure.
as well?
If
Like
I
as
mean,
we're going.
you're just tapping.
I
Um,
think you should. I do think you should save that in case we really need it as a group effort.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's not an expendable, or it doesn't. You can do it all the time without spending any resources.
Yeah, I think you can just keep like
Yeah.
reusing it on.
Oh, it's
It can
just
only
like
be on one
one
person
person
at
at
a
a time.
time,
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So if that's
yeah.
the case, I feel like it's just kind of nice to have it on whoever's in the
Yeah.
front, who I was guessing was Etri.
Yeah, you can always use it on. There's no limit to it, and
Yeah.
it can be used for an hour or until you use it again.
Exactly. And it's not even concentration. But yeah, you kept watches during the night, and the night went by uneventfully. Ronan had good dreams and could not be woken up. And you pack up your camp and set off for the day's journey. And Etri, you make a Constitution saving throw for the day.
For the day.
For the Brekkie Fest and all that. Okay. The food still tastes horrible, and you have this aftertaste from yesterday, and characters don't brush their teeth in this world. So you...
Ew.
I mean, do you? No one has toothbrushes.
Ew. You know what? I have a magic toothbrush.
Okay.
I'm just gonna add that in now.
But you are unable to eat the food. You just spit it out, and it's too much to sustain, or to keep in rather. So you are unable to eat. But you set off for the day's journey, and continue down the muddy path that you are on.
I like to think that Azim has some form of like toothpaste substitute.
Yeah.
He likes to keep clean.
Yeah, but yeah.
Also, I've got to add soap to my inventory.
It is an interesting part that never is addressed, but I guess
Maybe
it
just
could
find
be
some herbs.
Yeah,
like
maybe natural means
freshen up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make your own toothpaste. It's great.
Yeah, drink of the river water that you passed. Let me see here. There we have it. As you start your travel down the path, it's not that far into it. You might have, if you pushed last night, have come up to this point, as you notice ahead the path goes through an old overgrown orchard, and you can see a ramshackle building on the side of the road attached to this orchard. And then the
Looks
path
like we found it.
It continues past this, but this is just an overgrown orchard that the path goes through.
Well, let us check out this rundown place first.
All right. You can see trees that are long dead, and as you let's see here, you can also see that there is a scarecrow set up in the orchard, very much in the function of scarecrows, of not having birds and other things eat of the fruits. But other than that, at an immediate glance, you don't see anything of interest in the orchard per se, but there is the ramshackle building. It's a small shack, sort of.
Might be like a tool shed or so.
It looks a bit bigger than, like, it still looks like something that someone could. It's
okay.
Big enough for someone to live in it, perhaps, but it's not big.
Okay.
All right, so we're at this ramshackle place now.
Yeah. Do you want to
Yes.
go into it? It
Sorry,
has
is
a
white
window that is broken.
Yeah, I'll take a look into it.
The
Absolutely.
Wizard's O Wine. Just
How
seeing if
far does the orchard stretch?
It's not an enormous orchard, and you can see that the muddy path that you've traveled on continues past it. So
I guess we should. I think this is just a waypoint, and maybe they have some wines of these fruits, but we should be looking specifically for a vineyard.
Yeah, but
yeah, I would get off and
mhm.
take a peek see inside.
Sure. You glance into the broken window, and let's see here. As you look into the shack, you see there a rotted vanity with a mirror on top of it. You see a pair of skeletons resting against a wall in commoner's clothes. A small chest, and leaning against the chest is what looks like a quiver of arrows.
Azim,
Yes.
just as a precaution, why don't you use your magic daggers and I'll use mine, and we'll make absolutely sure that these are skeletons, and then we can try to pick up whatever this is.
All right. So what's the plan?
Just stab it, throw at it, whatever.
Okay.
I'll take out my dagger of venom and walk in and I guess stab into the rib cage of the one that was not psychically thrown at.
Yeah. They're very old skeletons, and they are just that. But as you sort of get in, you can also see that there are bones, and it could be the bones of these skeletons. Several bones in the middle of the shack that are strewn about the floor.
Yeet.
Sucks for them. I'm gonna go to the box.
All right. It does have a lock on it, a padlock.
I will try to pick it.
All right. Go ahead and make a lockpick check, which I guess for you is the same as it's a proficiency plus dexterity, which would be +7, so same as stealth check.
I suppose so.
Or same as acrobatics.
Thieves' tools.
All right. Yeah, it's not a complicated lock, and you manage to unlock it. And within, you find what seems to be the small savings of the place, perhaps a collection of gold pieces, silver, and copper, as well as a small leather-bound journal.
I will wrap up the coin in a separate bag for later to disperse, and I will pull out the journal and start reading it.
All right. The journal details a disease that fell upon the orchard's crops, shriveling and poisoning the apples. It then continues with a son venturing into the forest to hunt for food, and the son returning home with an injury. And then it details this son snapping at his mother in a rage, while the father prepared the shack's locks for the full moon. It then goes on to detail the son's falling ill with a grave fever on the night of the full moon. And then it stops there. And with your passive perception, you kind of just glance at the bones in the middle of the room, and they most definitely have some gnaw marks on them.
Right. Oh, I know that. And how much small coinage is there inside, or to be dispersed later? I just want to mark that down.
6 gold pieces, 28 silver pieces, and 40 copper pieces.
Okay. Put that in my notes.
Is Irene and Ronan and Irina staying outside? I mean, Irina would stay with you if you stay outside.
I think Ronan would go inside and just look around.
Sure.
Well, there is not enough space for us, please. Not that big.
Oh, sure, I can fit in there. I'm not that big.
Both of you being weak men with no muscles take little space. But you see into this shackle, or the shack rather, and there's the rotted vanity and the mirror standing on top of it looks like it could fetch some kind of a coin. And there is a drawer in the vanity.
Sure. I'm gonna look around and see if there's any. So we were just got here to ask to get the wine, weren't we?
Well, the sign did point to Wizards of Wine Winery or Wizards of Wine.
If our original mission was just to acquire wine.
So
I feel like Irene would know best. Didn't Irene sign us up for this?
I think so. I don't remember
why. Are we going?
There was a shipment disrupted, and we have to figure out why. Ta-da!
I think we figured out why.
Werewolves.
I think we figured out why.
But also, this is an orchard, and while wines can be made out of a variety of fruits, we should probably try to see if there's a vineyard further on the road.
Yeah, this would be more of a cider kind of situation if they were making it with apples. So let's go check on further down the road.
Sure. Unless anyone is going to go after that drawer first.
Why not?
Sure.
Let's check this trap.
Sure. You check the drawer, and inside is a key.
I found a key.
I don't need that key.
Why not?
I already got it.
Okay. I pocket the key.
Technically, you have a key and a lock.
We have a padlock.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll take the padlock too.
Oh yeah.
You never know.
I have no more business here. I will get back onto Galand and wait for the rest.
I'm gonna just do a quick scan around the house, see if there's any valuables.
The only thing that's showing you your own face is the silver mirror.
Silver?
Yeah.
How big is it?
It's maybe, what is that? 20 inches? I don't know American measurements.
Oh, okay. So it's like
it's like
it's
30,
like a-
30 centimeters.
Right.
It's like a small mirror that you can sort of have on a vanity to
strap it to my back.
to do makeup.
I strap it to my bag.
Yes,
You never know.
indeed.
So we just need to find out what happened to the wine, which I presume we've done now.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, as Etri walks out, you also notice there's glass on the outside of the shack, indicating that the window was broken from inside.
Presumably from the werewolf kid, yeah.
Any fresh tracks around the building?
You can make
Just as we're like heading over.
Yeah, I think a survival check would make most sense to differentiate footsteps from other disturbances. Which I guess you're not able to make that.
I'm sorry. It's a nat 20. Wouldn't you believe it?
It's actually a dirty 20, which is great. You look around for foot traffic, and you do see some footsteps, but they look very old, and also indicates there isn't much movement except perhaps on the dirt road or the dirt trail. That is hard
Any
to
wagon
read.
mark?
No wagon marks that you can see.
So they didn't make it this far.
Yeah, but you
All right.
continue
Onward.
continue on your path.
I think so.
Yes.
All right. You travel beyond the orchard and maybe another half an hour's travel leads you to the muddy trail descending gradually until the trees part, revealing a mist-shrouded meadow where the trail splits. You can see one branch heading to the right into the valley, and the other the valley as in there are two large mountains and this whole place is a big valley. And the other one traveling to the left into the dark woods. And you can see a wooden signpost at the intersection pointing west and reads Vineyard.
I guess we're going west.
Or to the right. I try to avoid nautical directions. To the right is the vineyard, apparently.
I think Azim and I should inspect the post. I don't think that any of these posts have been particularly moved unless they've fallen over, but there is a good point to that. We should check to see if this sign has been messed with.
I would say I think survival or investigation actually works, because it could also be things that don't look like exactly what they seem. Which
Okay.
but
I'm okay
investigation
with
is probably-
survival.
either investigation or survival. That's up to you. All right. You look at it, and it you do not notice any marks indicating that it has been moved in any particular way. So you head
To the right.
head to the right.
I suppose so.
All
Is there
right.
any other wine barrel, by the way? Just
What?
before we head out completely.
If there are any wine barrels,
We were already on the road. We are, aren't we? Shit.
yeah, you don't have any wine barrels, and there aren't any here.
Okay, I just figured I'd ask before we leave because free booze.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, you mean at the orchard?
Yeah, that we were at earlier.
Yeah, no, that was overgrown, abandoned since a long past.
Okay, so at least we found out what happened.
Yeah, but here is a sign showing to a vineyard, and as you start traveling down that path, a light drizzle begins to fall. Unpainted fences blindly follow the trail which skirts north of a sprawling vineyard before bending south toward a stately building. The fog takes on ghostly forms as it swirls between the neatly tended rows of grapevines. Here and there you see rope-handled half barrels used to hauling grapes. North of the trail, as it is a large stand of trees, where you can see a man wearing a dark cloak and cowl, standing at the edge of the trees, seemingly beckoning you.
As we're traveling, huh? Okay, cool. Yikes.
Interesting.
Hey, he might be like the guy that was in the alley that was like cool.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, what does he completely look like?
It's hard to see. There's a rain that sort of obscures the view, but he's in a dark cloak and cowl,
And he's just
sort of covering a lot of his face. Sorry?
Standing there, creepily going, giving us the come hither look.
Yeah, it's like trying to get you to come to him.
I am going to call out. We are here for the wine. Do not mind us, please.
He sort of puts a finger to his mouth, like shushing you, and then waving you toward him.
I'm going to.
I trust him.
Yeah, I'm going to go sneak over towards him, but I'm going to have my dagger ready in case this isn't creepy.
Also, you're all on horses.
Yeah, I'm going to tie nearby the winery that we're at.
Okay.
And I'm going to just sneaky breaky on up to him.
All right.
So I'm going to stealth up to him because he said be quiet.
Sure. Is everyone going toward the figure?
I have my dagger as a ready action to attack him if he tries anything sus.
Partially. I'll move closer.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
move closer, like slowly, but I also want to see what Azim finds out first before we get too close.
Are you unmounting?
I'm tied up, yes, Queen.
Yeah, you tied up, yes, Queen. Are the others also doing that? There is the fence that's next to you. You can
Yeah.
tie it to the fence.
Yeah.
All right. And you carefully approach, and the man says quietly to you as you approach, says, "You must come here. The vineyard is filled with blights. They will attack you if they notice you. Please." As he sort of waits for you to join him, as he's sort of gesturing into this cluster of trees.
From our distance away, I just say, no one in these lands does good for no reason. What else do you have planned for us?
He says, "This is our winery. It has been overrun. I was hoping you could help, or at least not run into the winery and be killed."
I suppose your deal is you want us to do work. That's fair.
Well, that is, of course, up to you, but at least do not go in there. It will get you killed. Please, join me and I will introduce you to my family.
Sure.
Close to this guy, can I get a good measure of what it looks like underneath the whole cowl?
Sure, you can see a thick black beard, and it's hard to see the top of his head, but looks like a human with a thick black beard in his 40s.
Okay. What is your name?
Says, "I am Davian." Now,
What exactly are you and your family doing here?
this is our winery. Please,
Oh, so you
come
this is a
out.
winery.
You, yes, please.
I thought it was owned by the guy in Valaki.
That is our family members.
Alright. Can I insight check that?
Sure.
Insight. Numero.
All right. You get a small sense of frustration at the mention of that, but you don't notice any deception in his voice.
Apologies, he never mentioned you.
Now, please, get out of the vision of the blights and the druids.
The Blights and the Druids. I look at the others, and I look at the others like I've turned around from him, and and the look kind of conveys this guy's fucking crazy.
Or rather, I misspoke. He would call them blights and forest folk.
Yeah, I mean Druids, Forest Folk, yeah, same thing, same difference.
Yeah, but yeah.
All right.
Do you all follow him into the forest? Or
Is there a way to keep our steeds safe?
they should be safe where they are.
Alrighty, let's get inside out of this rain. Holy crap! It's really rainy. Not really used to the rain yet.
Sure.
I'll be honest.
As we walk along, I'll be keeping an eye out around the area.
Mm-hmm.
But I will follow.
Right. And is Ronan and Irene also following?
Yeah.
Irene too? Hesitantly?
Hello. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can now.
Sorry. I think I was just cutting out before.
Oh.
Yes, I'll follow.
Good. All right. So he leads you, and it's not that far. Half a minute in, and you come into an opening, like a grove in the forest, where you can see perched on. This is apparent. Perched on the trees in this grove are maybe 100 ravens, and in this grove is also what seems to be a family of human, a woman. There is a woman. A woman that is in Davian's age. Wait, no, that's not right. I just joke. That was a joke. Haha.
Come on,
no.
Sammy.
There are 3 adult men and adult woman.
Sometimes a family is 3 adult men.
It's this is 3 adult men, an adult woman, 2 teenage boys, and a small child in the or not teenage boys. They are like 7-8-year-old boys. And a baby that is cradled by the woman, the adult woman in the group, and they kind of look at Davian as he comes in, and he gives them a nod, and as you get in, he turns to you and says, "This is my family. We are the Martikovs. We own this vineyard here, but it has been overrun by the forest folk of Yesterhill. What are you doing here? You mentioned my son in
Oh, that's her son?
Valaki." No, this would be, he wouldn't be a 40-year-old. As he removes his cowl, you see he is much older. He is perhaps 60 of age. So yes, he's an elder.
Looks good for his age, though.
Yeah, he looks well for his age, but you can clearly see that he's older
than we thought.
Older than you thought.
All those antioxidants from the wine.
Exactly.
Yes.
Precisely.
It's young.
Yeah. So he again asks, "What are you doing here?"
Well, what we were doing here, I suppose. We were.
Understand why the wine shipments have stopped coming to Valaki.
Well,
yes.
That is because the winery is no longer in use. So
quite.
So
how long ago have the forest folk invaded?
they have been here for about a week.
Okay.
Are you here to help then, if you have heard of the problems and have come here?
I suppose that is our business. We did come to resolve why.
Well, I will help you as much as I can in the fact that the winery, the vineyard itself, is crawling with the thorny blights that are numerous. I would highly advise you not to fight them all. They are too many to fight. But I know.
Have you ever seen any of them away from the others?
What do you mean?
Could we not work our way through?
If you work your way through, you will attract them all. They will attack you in the hundreds. So, I know that these creatures are not just controlled the way that they are. The forest folk have something to control them. That I am certain of.
But if they were out of control, would they not potentially cause even more damage?
I believe that there is something that allows these blights to be destroyed.
Okay.
For if the druids, the forest folk.
You call them druids.
He wouldn't say the word druid. It says if the forest folk have the ability to control them, if they lost that control, they would also have to have the ability to destroy them.
So you're just is it a presumption or? Sorry.
I would, if I were to aid you in your helping us, I would advise you to find a path through the vineyard to the main building, for there is the forest folk doing whatever nefarious things they are doing.
Druids.
And the blights, they attack on sight, yes?
They do. So, whatever way you can get to the vineyard, through the vineyard, using your strengths, would be advised.
Irene, you have a way to keep us more shaded, yes? All of us together?
That would require me to look at my spells that I have, but probably, I think I have something.
You had, Pass Without Trace, right?
Sneaky thing.
You do have
I
pass.
did.
Yeah, and
I'm pretty sure we used it before.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
You do have it, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
And technically you can change all spells every day, but you do have it right now.
Okay.
And your blessing can assist with whoever needs it the most at the moment.
Sneakiest, yes.
Not as sneaky, because we want to keep everyone as sneaky as possible. If one of us does bad...
I know what you mean. So to make somebody more sneaky, that's not very sneaky to begin with. Yes. I side-eye
believe that
Ronan.
I believe that we have a way to make our way up there. Will you be approaching with us to deal with the forest folk, whether by words or by
We are
actions?
we are not capable fighters. We are only handlers of a vineyard. If you are to do this, I cannot help you, though. And he looks up at the tree, says, perhaps I could ask some of my ravens to guide you through the vineyard.
You have control of these ravens?
That would be appreciated.
They are our pets, yes. We can tell them to help you.
Those are pretty cool pets.
Yeah, no kidding.
Do they all have names?
Oh, yes, of course. Would you have a pet and not name it?
Oh,
No, we have named all of our horses, even though it took a while.
That is a good. Yas Queen is a fine horse.
Yes.
Well, that one over there is Raven 1. That's Raven 2. Raven 3. No.
Never mind.
How do you tell them apart?
Like little numbers stapled onto them.
Yeah. Do you count their feathers?
I have
This
my
one is a
ways.
slightly lighter shade of black.
That's cool.
I will call it slightly.
Yeah, we'll gladly take the Raven's assistance.
Jeez.
But yes, so I would advise for you to start by figuring out a safe way through the vineyard to the building. See if you can spot the blights and perhaps get in there safely.
Okay.
We will stay here and, as I said, we will do our best to get some ravens to aid you.
All right then.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan. We're all long rested still, right?
Yeah, you just long rested and went through the orchard and then you're here.
Okay. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah. So do you track back to the vineyard and what do you then do?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, let's just fuck these definitely not druids up.
So
yeah, I'll cast Pass Without Trace as we get like close to where they've told us these things are.
Yeah.
And
so
who would be the least sneaky?
What this is gonna be is going to be a skill challenge to get to the main building. So how the skill challenge is that you you make two or at least two checks of some type that will help you in your current task, and it can be of any type. If you have abilities, if you have spells that aid, or anything that you can come up with that will aid in the situation. Currently, the skill check is to help you find a path to the vineyard.
Use investigation.
How are you intending on investigating? Or what are you investigating?
Just to find these guys, then. I guess I would investigate to see if there are any signs that people have passed through. Not particularly like tracks and stuff, just for like just general signs of wear and tear on the road or that sort of stuff. Because if they're traveling through en masse, presumably, then there should be some sign that they were here. And
Right.
That could be a trail that we could follow.
Well, you have the vineyard with the rows of the grapevines. Are you looking at the specific paths in the vineyard, or
like tree blights and stuff and that sort of thing? So I'm gonna keep an eye out for a trail of discarded twigs and other tree foliage that would have fallen in their path as a sign of deterioration.
Okay. Sure. I would say that would be a perception check then.
Alrighty.
To
Vanity. 25.
All right. Yeah, you do see some signs of where they may have been lurking, or where they may be, and you can even see some shadows of several creatures within the grape vines, or the rows
Silently,
that you would want to avoid.
I point my action. Use my action to get psychic whispers between us three. Yes, that includes Ronan. He is.
Who doesn't it include, though?
It doesn't include. It does include Ronan.
And
Oh, I think we would have left Irina back, probably.
It does. You're included now, Ronan.
Huzzah!
Oh, you have.
3 other.
Oh, you have 3 other. Okay.
Me and 3 others. So
Would Irina be left by the horses? You mean?
I think I think
No.
Irina would be by the camp or the horses or something.
Okay. I mean, she could have said during your venture into the forest that you could have said to her, like, you stay behind, and she could have been in the grove with the others.
Yeah.
If you want that.
Probably.
It sounds pretty good.
Sure. Yeah. And is anyone else aiding in finding a path through the vineyard?
Is the current objective finding a path, or is it just... Well, okay. I, if I could, would try to basically use stealth and have it as, like, not just for me, but to help point out where is the best path and how to best keep yourself hidden as we approach, or like low to the ground and such.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know if that applies, but
Who's the least sneaky here?
You actually, Ronan.
probably.
I mean-
I'm pretty sure it's Ronan.
Is it me? I've got okay. Well then, who's the second least sneaky?
Could it be Irene?
Irene.
Irene or Izzy? Irene.
I mean, there are 2 rogues.
Like,
The rogues are probably the
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Stealth.
You know what? That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna cast invisibility on 3rd level on me and Irene.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
So
I accept.
we're not seen, but
Sure.
we still make noise.
Okay. All right.
I would still point out the best places to be walking, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This part of the skill challenge is kind of a preparation to find the path, kind of a thing.
Okay.
So, I can say you can roll a survival check to see where there might have been a lot of movement and such. To find a path that's not traversed very much.
Are there ravens helping us yet?
No.
Okay, cool.
Can I add guidance to that as well?
Sure. Yeah.
It's an ability check.
Yeah.
I would like to spam that, please.
Sure. So you take a look and find a good way that you kind of feel confident that you know a path through the vineyard to take.
I know a path. I know the best path that would keep us as quiet as possible as we move along.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily the best path, but for what I'm looking for.
I help by helping to find misty spots because I like the mist, and that's the guidance thing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the spot's nice and misty. They won't see us here.
So with that, you start tearing your way through the vines, making a beeline for the building at the center of the yard. Above you, you can now see a pair of ravens squawk and caw as they circle in the air. All around you, you see dark shapes rising between the vines and fence posts. Their needle-covered forms lurching toward you. What do you do?
Raven's leading them to us.
You don't know.
Some fucking
This is what this is what happens.
We weren't being.
You said towards us.
You can, I guess you can make an insight check on the action of the birds. If you want
fair
to,
enough.
Azim or I guess Etri, if you want to.
I can make it, I guess.
Yeah.
I would be making an insight, I guess, on the blights to see if this is just a roam or if they're targeting.
Mm-hmm. They are Azim, you have a hard time understanding the what the birds are doing, though they do seem to, they're right above you and maybe a bit forward. But Etri, you see these shapes, the needle-covered forms lurching toward you, definitely hostile. And they are on the march. What do you do?
Let's try outpace them and then stealth, maybe.
Yeah, I would mentally, through the psychic thing, I would call to push us either forward or backward, whichever way is more advantageous to get out of their their warpath.
Yeah. So here
at
you,
first just
yeah, you can if you want to become hidden, or you stay hidden, you can do a stealth check, or you could
absolutely, I would love to do that.
Yeah,
I would much prefer to do that.
Yeah, so you can also do that, and you do add a +10 to it because Irene is.
I do add a +10.
Oh wait,
24.
Is Irene casting guidance after casting Pass Without Trace?
Yeah, so I guess I can't do guidance.
Yeah, you can't do guidance.
That's fine. I got a 21 before.
Yeah.
Because it's a spell.
Okay.
And not a 23.
Well, he still gets the Blessing of the Trickster, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You won't get guidance, though.
Sure. Yeah, you have Blessing of the Trickster.
Okay.
But yeah, you
35.
remain very silent. Yes, indeed. So as you continue, the vines swallow you up, shriveled grapes and yellowed leaves forming a dense forest around you. You dash toward the vinery, but as you pass through an intersection of weaving ditches and fences, you see two groups of blights advancing on your position from either side. What do you do?
Do you need to roll stuff as well?
Anyone can contribute with some ability checks. Or
Oh,
abilities.
this is just another check thing.
No. This is just we're in a skill check.
Do I have an ability called Psychic Neck?
What's that?
At the moment.
Side-bolstered neck.
Side-bolstered neck, yeah.
So I got 21 and...
Class feat. Can't place here it is. It's not racial feats or feats.
And the other two are invisible and just standing still, hopefully, so...
Well, invisible and also, like, I'm gonna keep Pass Without Trace up and just not use Guidance then.
If you fail an
That's
ability
totally
check
okay.
or a skill tool check with which you have proficiency, you roll a d8, basically.
I feel like that's warranted, rolling the d8, even at a 21.
I'm rolling one for me.
So sorry. What are you? No, because Etri, succeeded in the first skill check here, and then as you continued, I described that. Let's see here. That's how did I get all the way up there?
So does that mean the blight groups have passed on?
Yeah. So this is sort of a scenic moment where you're just booking it for it, and you manage to get past that. And then, as I said, as you get past that situation, the vines swallow you up, shriveled grapes and yellowed leaves forming a dense forest around you. As you dash forward toward the vinery, you pass through an intersection of weaving ditches and fences, where you see two groups of blights advancing on your position from either side. What do you do at that point?
Stealth.
All right, so you roll a stealth check for
14 total.
24, I assume, because you're
24.
Pass Without Trace. You don't need to do the bolstered neck.
Okay. Guess I'll reassign that.
Yes.
Oh.
Let's see here. As you then continue, you notice, you sort of get up to the vineyard, and you can see that there appears to be a multitude of entrances into this building, and you have to choose which entrance to go through.
I pick one of the multitude.
All right. Well, in that case,
wrong answer.
That was
You're supposed to pick the other of the multitude.
exactly.
You fool!
Yes. Yeah.
The entrances are mimics.
So as you can see, the building that's on this picture is what you see. It's a 2-story stone building with a multitude of entrances, thick ivy covering every wall, and iron fencing along the roof line.
Going to sneaky breaky into the barn.
There's an entrance into a barn. There is a door in the middle here, there appears to be an overhang here with a double door and another overhang here that seems to also lead to another door. Where do you all go?
Yeah, I agree. Either the barn or the first overhang.
Which one is it?
Friends?
Yeah, barn. Let's go barn time. Yeehaw.
All right.
Barn time, yeehaw.
Cool.
Yeehonk.
Okay. Let's see here. Oh, interesting. Okay.
You don't have that, Sammy.
What?
I just thought I'd send you the message to let you know about that.
Yeah, we're getting close to the end of the
Oh,
session.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
as
yeah.
well. Got it.
Sure. Yeah, no. We're getting into the winery soon, it seems.
Yeah.
So let's see here.
I don't know. Barn doors tend to be a little loud.
Where is it? Come on. Okay, there we go. All right. You open the doors to the barn or the stables, and you find it to have two. I mean, it's this sort of corridor with two double doors that appear, or rather, they've got the whole hole in them that fit a horse in each. No horse there at the moment, though. But there's no way into anywhere but the barn, but the horse alcoves.
Right.
Horse entrances.
Do you want to try and bar yourself in, or what are you doing?
But if this is the only way in or out, then maybe we should check the first double door. Or we can use this as like a mental checkpoint for us and get ourselves in just for a breather. But then that would mean the spells wear off, so maybe we should just make our way into the manor itself.
Okay. So as you've chosen this entrance, you can see the blights are all sort of converging on your position. So, what are you doing?
No way about it. Let's just try to set up a defensive position.
Okay.
Oh,
should
all right.
keep
So
going.
I guess we'll.
They're going to keep coming after us. We won't have to face them eventually.
We can't really defend ourselves against them. They said we couldn't fight them.
We can't deal with them. We just have to get in there and get to the druids.
Either way.
How close are they? You said they're heading to the barn, but like.
Yeah, it's if you dash for the other entrance, you'll take some damage because they will get into range to shoot at you, and you have noticed that as you've seen some of the blights, they shoot these needles towards you. They don't seem to need to get in your face. So
Yeah, go towards the druids. We'll get them.
That's fine. Well, I don't think they're gonna have that great of memory, so maybe we should just hole up into the barn for a while.
All right.
okay.
Yeah, I think we will bar up the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you staying quiet inside?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So here's another part of skill challenges. One person can only use one skill total. So at this point, it would have to be one of the other two that you do the stealth check then. Which
Yep.
you both are stealth. You both are invisible, which would give you advantage with a +10. So if Irene or Ronan went,
Hey guys, I believe.
I believe. So sneaky.
did
Who's
Ronan
doing
want to
it?
do it?
Sure, I can do it.
Oh, sneaky on
Advantage
that.
+10.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so
Uh,
41. No, that's
41 on a
that's-
nat 20.
No, you. Oh yeah. Oh no. It's 31.
No, 31 on a nat
yeah,
20.
Yeah, because you've already got the +10.
That is the +10.
Yeah. No, like, I mean, that sounds like a rogue thing. What's going on? Okay, 31. So you sort of close the door and stay extremely quiet here. But you are in a place where there's appears to be no entrance into the main building.
I think that is okay for now. We'll make our way to the other door after a short while. And then we'll be inside the building.
All right, and I guess that is an appropriate time to end it, as you are in a stables, and considering
Yes, we are in the most stable part
you are
of this entire game so far.
yeah, pretty stable. Great. Well, with that, I'm gonna end the stream. So thank you all for watching. If you're watching, and I did not mute, so that's good.
Yay!
So see you around in the next episode of Curse of Strahd.